Hi, Bill here, and today I'll be reviewing Mech Fans Toys MS-11 Mini Sentry. Okay, or MS-11 Mini Sentry. It's obviously from Mech Fans Toys. I think it says somewhere. I know it says Mech-Soul there. Let's see if I can actually get this thing. It says MS-11. You see the figure there. It should say Mech Fans Toys somewhere. It says Mech Fans there in that QR code thing. You can see it says Mech Fans there, Weibo. So yeah, it's from the same line as it does Huge Dragon, Huge Castle, Huge Sentinel Robot covers, whatever that one is, Guardian or whatever it is, Guardian Robot. So there he is there. Lovely little picture. I like how he's holding his rocket, but he's just going to put it on his stub there. That's pretty cool. Don't know if you can recreate that with the actual figure. Obviously this is from the Lost Planet that you can interact the figures with that Huge Dragon. And this is a retool of one of their mechs suits, so it's Omega Supreme. You can see it there, pretty cool. You can see the back product shot there. It's got a Doctor now. I don't know about that Doctor. If a lot of people in their video reviews for this figure say he's from Transformers, they say can't he place him. I don't think so. I think he's from, I could be wrong, I don't read the Transformers comics if he appears in that, I don't know. But I think he's from the Lost Planet Diaclone line of whatever this Mech Fans Toys is running just now, of their range of figures. So he's obviously from that, a character from that, rather than from Transformers itself. I could be wrong in that, someone could correct me in the comments down below, but that's what I think. Like I say, I don't read the Transformers comics, so he might be a character in there, but I'm thinking he's from the Lost Planet line somehow. And of course you get, the other one you get is the Guardian Robot colour one of Huge, whatever that thing is, Huge Sentinel, Huge Guardian, whatever that thing is called. So you get it in those colours, and you get this in those colours as well. They don't have the Huge Castle one yet. On the bottom, I'll just show you the rest of this. There's various modes that you can put the torso into, there and there. But on the bottom, that's the one I've got. That's a standard one. You get the Guardian Robot coloured one, and I take it the bottom one is going to be that Huge Castle, which is not out yet at the time of this video. It has not been released yet, so I don't know when they're going to release that coloration of this figure. So no idea, but that is that. Okay, so you've seen it all, and without further ado, we'll get it out of the box. Okay. But of course, before we do that, I got it off eBay. So what was the eBay seller's name? This. And I actually got it through pretty quick. It was actually before the date it's specified it was supposed to arrive on. So that's the guy you go to see about that if you want the figure. Proof of pudding, it came through, I've got it. And it actually arrived quicker than what I was expecting. It wasn't supposed to arrive till the 1st of October or beyond that. That actually arrived today at the date this video is going up. So that just shows you it's actually came through pretty quick from China, Japan, wherever it's from, to the UK. That's pretty quick. Okay, so that's that. That's that. You can pause it. You can pause the video and look at that name, and that's that. Okay, that's who it's from. Now I'll go on with the unboxing. And here they are out of its box. So there's a tiny wee figure there. I've obviously put the yellow feet on already. It does come with standard ones. Then feet there, it isn't a ball joint, and you can just take them off and snap them on. I put the yellows away. Now they're very tough. That's one thing I'll say about that. It's very tough, and it's like a hinged bit there above the ball joint that keeps moving around when you try to force the bit into where the ball socket So it's not easy. That's why I had to do it off screen, because it would have been a nightmare to try and get this thing on screen. There'd be a lot of colourful language. So believe you me, it is tough as that, to try and get this thing on, and that hinge that just keeps moving around like that. So it's really annoying, because when you're trying to force that into the, I wouldn't recommend taking that on and off all the time. But it did come in with the standard ones attached, but you can move them for the yellow ones. The yellow ones break up the colour a bit to make it look more like Omega Supreme. So that's that. So yeah, I've attached the track parts as the wings. As you can see, his moulded head is there. He's just got a moulded head, he's not got a rotational head. There is a tiny wee thing there that you can put in, adding on to the, as a tank turret for the back of the head. But in part of its transformation, you flip that down and you open this section up to put one of these tiny figurines inside of this range, and this bit can flip down as well. Don't know why that flips down like that, but it can do. And when you're flipping it up, you can flip right up. You do, that's what, at the back of that, it has a wee hole. You're supposed to put the little tank turret, but you can see what's happening there. Clearance issues. And it's so tiny, it's going to pop out of there easy. I've seen other video reviews. I'll put it in there to show you in a minute, and you're going to get clearance issues, and the thing's so tiny you could end up losing it, and there's not a spare one, just that one it comes with. So there is that concern that you might lose that wee tiny bit. Otherwise I would have said, if there wasn't clearance issues, I would say just super glue it in there and leave it in. That way it would be attached to the figure. But because you've got to open this up for part of the transformation and different configurations of the main torso as the rocket base, you've got to open this up, and you're going to get clearance issues with the tank turret. You could only have it so far, but that is that, unfortunately. So yeah, you can't actually do that. I mean, you could, but you could only lift it so far to where the tank turret hits against the base of that bit. You could get it that far maybe, and you could maybe get it straight or something, but you couldn't get it right back like that, which could be problematic if you tried to get a figure in there, and maybe you might need it right open all the way, you know, that bit. But yeah, it's pretty cool that way. These bits do come off. It's just obviously a repaint of the standard Mech figure that comes with this line, and there it is there. You can take these bits off. These actually come off as well, because you've got to change them over to the bits with the connectors for the rocket ship parts to have Omega Supreme as well. Got articulation there. It's got a screw there, so that's a hinge part, and you've got the ball joint there and that, and it's also got the fists obviously rotate as well on a mushroom joint right there, so you get that happening. So the fist can rotate right round as well, so you get pretty good articulation with this figure. Obviously, unlike Omega Supreme, this thing's got kind of chicken legs. Well, sort of kind of crouched chicken legs. You can't stand straight up. I mean, he does have these joints he try to get as tall as possible, but he's also got these kind of bent legs. He's always going to have them because it's of what it's retooled from. It's obviously retooled from the standard Mech with the Lost Planet line. But yeah, it's looking pretty cool. There it is there. No, obviously no, because of the opening insertion feature of the figure. There's no waist articulation at all. There's no head because it's just moulded in, and that'd be cool if that was done in a clear orange, a translucent orange, and you could get the figurine looking at it from the inside. But it's just pure painted solid, so that's a pity. I don't think that can actually open. No, I thought it could, because it's got a wee lip there. I thought it could actually open up, but I don't think it can. Hold on to see the inside of it. No, I'm not seeing that. I don't think that, I don't see a hinge separate to that could open that up. It does have a little lip there. See that? It's weird how that lip's there and you can't pull that open, but I don't know what that's for. Anyway, so there you go, and you get a ball joint in the foot, but of course you can take the feet off, although it's very difficult, like I said. And you get a rotational joint there. It collapses right up. And you've got the ball joint in the upper leg as well. You can really get some range of movement on. And that's that. Now, obviously add the other bits. I'll show the other bits off. First of all, you get the tank. There's the tank there. It's got a filler piece compared to the other tank. I'll get the other tank out in a minute. And it's one good thing it has, it's got a painted face. But one exception thing it has, if I can get the damn thing to work. Oh, I might have to get a... I'll go and get the other tank out while I'm doing this. There's the other tank there. Now it obviously has a white face with blue eyes, but you can see it's pure white. Obviously it's just yellow because of this colour of the translucent visor. But I know I've got the Toy Hacks labels on it. And yeah, and you can see there, it's got that bit, but this, they've actually filled that in. You can see. They've done a better job and filled that in. Pity Toy Hacks doesn't release a label set for this one and that figure. But there we go. And of course, the other thing I was going to show you, if I can show you in a minute. I can get this thing open. Got to use a little tool to get into this because it's not the easiest thing to open up. That's the thing that's wrong with this. You can't actually... There's no little lip to get in under there to... This actually, visor, opens up. And you can get a good look at that face. And there's obviously the difference in it is that's now got orange painted face on it. So it looks more like a Mega now than that one. Which is, if you took that yellow section off, you would see it's just pure white. But that's actually got white with orange paint on it now. And the eyes definitely look different as well, I think. The eyes look different. The eyes look a lot narrower. And I think the shape of the face is different as well with that. So that's definitely a better improvement, and with that filler piece at the front there. But I think Toy Hacks should... repro labels, as you know who they are, should get labels for this, and maybe a label for that filler piece as well, just to spruce it up. And that's that. Yeah, I'll add these tank tread parts on to make it, turn it into Omega. Okay, so you add them on. You can add these on. They just go and post holes at the side of the figure like that. And you can add these sections as well. They'll be the little side ramp things that go on the... Oh, before you do that, you've got the gun there. That gun's got a hole in it. You get two guns, one that comes with pegs, one that comes with a hole straight through the middle. So what you do is you turn it that way and you put these bits on. You can add these bits to it. I don't know if they're supposed to go down the way or up the way, have them whatever way you want. You just push it on there, and you push the other one on there. I hope my hand's not in the road, because hands seem to get in the road of seeing these things. And you push the other one on like that. Well, that's it mostly on anyway. So you can see how that comes, and the back of that now looks like the Siege Omega and things like that. So because it's got these, you know how the Siege Omega's got, you know the Siege Omega's got the rocket sections that form the back parts over in front of the tank, the tracks, wings. So you've now got that happening. So you've got a similar style effect with this, which is pretty cool. And that's that. So you get Omega. You can take these hands off like that and put these ones on. They just pop right on in there. It might be difficult with this. There we go, that clipped in, you heard that. And do the same with the other one. The only thing that's a worry is either the neck where the ball joint is connected is going to stress, or the ball socket is going to loosen and you end up with really floppy arms over time. That's one thing I would be concerned about. But apart from that, that's the only worry I have for the thing. But there we go. He's got the connectors now for his rocket arms. You could attach the rocket arms there. Rocket, I'll show how you put it together. It's got little clip sections there. You just put it together like that. Whoops. It's got these little divots. I don't know if you can see that. These little divots there above my fingernail or thumbnail, and you clip it on there like that, and that's how it goes. I'll do that again in case it was off screen. One either side, the same, and these little protrusions, clips go on there like that. It just fits on like that, and you just take it off like that. But you just have to hook it on there with these clips. I don't know how easy this is, I haven't done it yet. It's supposed to go in there somehow. That fits on there, and that one will fit on here, obviously. No, that bit wants to fall off. The back of it wants to fall off completely, but it's supposed to clip in like that. You heard it click click, and there you've got your Omega. Now I just have to put these back together again. Oh dear. And they'll just go in there quite the thing. I know my hand's in the road of in here, you can't see what I'm doing. And there he is, Omega Supreme. There he is there, Omega Supreme. I know my hand was in the road there, sorry about that. I keep forgetting this. I've put this camera low down, and you can take these off and reattach them, and you've got your tiny wee Omega Supreme there. The claws open and close, all four of them. You can have them open or close like that. Close them up. At least I think they can close. Yep, they do. They can close like that. It's a wee bit tight with the elbow joint there, but you can get that going. And there he is there, Omega Supreme. Cool. Little tiny Omega Supreme. So there we go. That's that little figure. So you get that, and you can get them. You can have his gun. I don't know if his gun will fit in his hand, or I don't know if it will fit onto the side of the where the screw hole is here. It might be too big. I don't think it can fit there. He's got weapons in his claw anyway, so he doesn't really need weapons, but you can attach the gun. That's the gun there with the two ports on it, and there's his tank there. So that's cool. And there's a little tank turret. I might try and put that on actually. I might try and put that on. Hope this thing's running because I can't see what's happening. Oh, there it is. Right, hold on. 20. So I'll try and get this out, but it's so tiny. I mean, it's that size. It's so tiny. But I'll try and pop it on the best I can. I don't even know which way it goes on. See, it's so tiny, it's difficult to get on. I don't know what way this thing's supposed to go on. Yeah, doesn't want to stay. But it's supposed to fit in the back of that thing anyway, and I know I'm doing everything off screen, but it's so tiny it's not even fitting in properly. That, I mean, that's not even straight. Nah, it's just not fitting in properly. I don't know if I've got it the right way around or what. We'll try it again. Ah, maybe that's it. It just keeps popping out. So it's meant to fit in the back there, but it just keeps popping out. I don't know whether I've got it the right way around or what. I think it's supposed to be something like that, but it's very loose. Very loose, that is. You can see it there. I didn't even turn it up any more degrees than that in case it falls out. But there it is with the tank bit in it. I'm not going to keep it in there because it will fall out and I'll end up losing it. It's so tiny. Like I said, you could, if you wanted to and chance it, you could super glue that in there. But you will limit the full opening of the chest section. You will be able to get it so far, but it will hit against the back section. You get it so far up. But if you want to chance that, that's you. But that's where that lives. So I'll definitely put it back in the bag and keep it. I think a lot of reviewers that have done reviews for this have just put it back in the bag and decided not to use it. I'll keep that aside there. So let's get on with the review. So also you get with this is a bunch of cards. You don't get any instructions with it, unfortunately, but you should have an idea of how to put Omega Supreme together. So there's the cards there, looking really cool. It's got blurb on the bottom, that's him there. There's nothing in the back, like postcard type things. So that's it there, there's the back of him. Told you very Siege-like with that there, and the tracks his wings. And there's one of the configurations. He's got his little tank turret there as well. Again, the back's just the same. There's some different modes there. His chest section there, looking really cool. And his wee rocket. I'll get to them in a minute. There's another one. There's more configurations of the torso section into some sort of base, different configuration. Again, there's another one. Very much like Huge Dragon, that you can get it into these weird modes. Okay, and there's a cool artwork image of the front of the box, and there's another cool artwork image. That's a really cool one. There, really cool. That's a really cool one. So that's them. Like I say, you don't get instructions with it, you just get the postcards. So I'll set them aside as well. So let's move over to this. So you get Huge Dragon here. And you just do the same. You just fold it up, put it away. I think you fold them up. Oh no, there's an extra bit you do with this. you fold them up and you push this bit down. You fold that bit down like that. That's the extra transformation you do with this. You don't do with the other one. You push that bit round like that. Okay. Then you fold these tank threads in, and then you put the thing away into Huge Dragon. I don't know if it's supposed to make it more secure, or why with that extra piece there it's supposed to do, but oh, that's not right. Normally you'd have that bit in there like that. Maybe you put it down like that. No, that's not right. Something's going on here. Okay, yeah. Again, my hand's in the road. Okay, you push that bit in there like that. We can see that, and then you close it over. Well, that's not quite right, is it? That's supposed to be down under. Let's try this again. Does that bit that bit's not supposed to be raised like that, is it? There's something weird going on with this. That's weird, because it definitely went in before. Oh, right. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Okay, my mistake. You have it that way. I knew I was doing something wrong. I think you have it that way. Ah, you do. Right. That's what you do. You push that bit up like that. You turn it around. I was putting it in the wrong way. Stupid me. And you push it in like that. Make sure that bit's up, forward, flip forward. And you push it down there like that. And you close the lid. And there you have him in his Omega mode with the new head on it. Looking pretty cool. Okay, so that's his new head there. His new head there, okay? Looking pretty cool. And that's him. So that's what you do with that figure. Let's come down here. And we'll go back down to this. Right, oh, to get it to base mode, rocket base mode. You take these off. Oh, it's supposed to take the it's supposed to take the bit out of that. Doesn't want to come out now. Give me a minute. Okay, you take these off. That one, the claw is at this hand was very difficult to come off. I had to kind of prise it off somehow, and it comes off. So be wary of that when you put that on there. It can be difficult to come off. You pull it out of the socket before you pull it off the connector. So you might need some tool to separate it from the connector. So that's them off anyway. So next thing you want to do is take these parts off. Now that's actually a gun, by the way. Oh, I keep getting my hand in the road. There's a gun there. That's a gun there. You can see the detailing on it. It's supposed to just be a gun. And you get these parts, so take them off. Take the track off, the wings, and I think you're supposed to just fold it up, and there's little tabs that go into this thing that keeps wanting to focus into the background. There's little tabs that go into these slots there when you have everything together. You can put it into different configurations, but this is just what I'm doing it into just now. If it wants to when it goes in, that is, yeah, when it goes in. So just friction the tabs in there, it doesn't actually lock in, just friction tabs in. Okay, just in case you're wondering, it just friction tabs in. So that's that. You can have that like that if you want. You can put them that way up if you want. I don't know why that's, oh, you can rotate that bit like that, have it like that. I had it down, that bit rotates. Have it up there like that, and that's one, I guess, part that, whoops, that's his rocket base part, I guess. Or you can have it the other way round, or maybe you can't have it the other way round, or you can have it that way, or maybe you can have it that way. I don't know. Whatever way round you want to do it. You're better swinging these round than having that way, like that. Having it like that if you want. Okay, still doesn't sit properly, but there we go. Right, get these parts, open these bits up. I haven't opened these yet, so I hope they're alright, hope they don't break. And open this other side up too. It's hard to get in there to prise it open. Let me do it. There we go. Open these out. Open these out, and then you just connect them. Now be careful how you connect these. You want the one with the tab on the outside. So just connect it that way, like that, and you want one so they face the opposite way with the hole on the outside. So one with the tab on the outside, because of the guns, one's got holes and one's got tabs. So you want one with a hole on the outside and one with the tabs on the outside. So you just put that in like that and put it together. Get a little tab that clips in over there, and same with the other side, you just put it all together. Basically you have them that slip in there like that, and you have this little tab with a lip that you just slide in like that on that side, and that just fits together like that. There's your wee Omega Supreme track. Okay, so put that aside, put that there. I know it's a wee bit, I don't know why it's being a pain in the butt and not sitting upright. It should be sitting flush. Let me see if I can adjust this, because it should be sitting flush. This is best I can get it, I guess. It's not perfect. And then just clip the two rocket sections together like that. Open the little claws out. Open the little claws out and sit the rocket there. And then you have Omega Supreme. If you bring it closer to the camera, it would help. There it is. So there he is. Now, like I said, that's why you want the tab on the outside. You put the guns, you can add them onto there. I know my hand's in the road again, but I'll show it off in a minute. You can add the gun onto there like that. Of course, with the other one, since it's a hole on the other side, I'll just bring that round, and you can tab the other one onto there. Make sure it tabs that way up. and not that way up. Okay, or you'll get clearance issues with the peg hanging off the bottom. Okay, that one doesn't want to go in there. It's supposed to, hold on. There it is. That's tight as you can hear. And just angle them up a wee bit. And there you have them. That's on there. And the other one's on there. Angled up. But it shows, that's how it shows in the instructions anyway. Right. So that, put that there. Put that there. And you've got little tiny Omega Supreme rocket base. Tiny. In fact, so tiny I could bring in WST Bumblebee. Show how tiny it is. There's WST Bumblebee there. That's how small it is. Yep, I do have WST, world's smallest transformers, and that's him there, standing next to Omega Supreme. Or if you want, as a Titan Master figure, there's a Titan Master. Just shows you how small that is. Really cute and tiny. And here's the Optimus Prime you get with Stratosphere. That there. There's that Optimus Prime. It's tiny, it's smaller than WST. Here's that Robot Doctor thing. I forgot to show it off. Yeah, the Robot Doctor, like I said, I think it's from, I haven't mentioned him. I think he's from the Lost Planet. I don't think he's from Transformers. I think he's from the Lost Planet. He's just a usual bipedal figure that you have lots of different articulation, knee, ball joint in the feet, that waist rotation right round. He's got head rotation, it goes right round, hinged arms, and I think there's a rotational joints. It's not ball joints, it's just rotational joints in the arms as well. You know, it does look like a ball joint, it's just two different joints in the arms, so you get that effect. I don't know if he can hold anything. He does have tiny little, but I don't have anything that with pegs that small that can fit in his hand. These are on ball joints obviously, so you can get a KO with it, and the feet are in ball joints so you can get ankle tilt. That's him. So like I said, I think he's a character obviously from the Lost Planet. I don't think he's from Transformers. I could be corrected on that. I don't read the comics Transformers, so I don't know if he's appeared in that or not. And that's him. Okay, so now on to the next section. Give me a minute. Now you can also rotate the arms right round to the back and have it sitting that way if you want. Don't know why you would, but it shows it that way in that card. See, that's the front of the Omega there, there's the back with the arms, and the feet are there, that kind of way. So you can have it sitting that way. The other configuration is that you just turn it upside down, with that upside down. You move the legs up that way with the ball joint. You rotate these up and you angle these a little bit and you pop the gun in. On the top section where you plug the gun with the holes in the back, and you plop the whole thing down. You get that bit to hold the rocket in between it, and that's another configuration which shows in here. As you can see, it's upside down, the legs are there, the gun's there, the arms with the little angle bits are there, and that's another way you can actually get a configuration. Okay, right, to try and get it into this configuration, there's another little bit that articulation needs to happen with it, which I didn't just found out there when I was playing around with it. There's no instructions with this. You can go and check other video reviews of this if you want, they'll tell you the same. So I had to find out my own. is I'll start off, you open this bit up, right? You obviously open that right up. This is why you can't put the gun in there. Okay, you get these bits. Try and have a look at this here. So that needs to be up that way. That will obviously go back there like that and push that down. Oh, I didn't have that on screen. That obviously goes back like that and push that down there like that. Same with the other side. Up, push in, push down. Now you're probably wondering, how on earth do I get it to sit up like that with the legs away down there and that, and the legs like that? See, because it doesn't look as if it's going to reach and it's going to sit too far up, and that's sitting higher up like that, like that bit. It's sitting straight up. So you're wondering, that doesn't seem to be able to reach down to sit that up, but here's the other bit of articulation. See that slider bit? See that slider? You push that down there like that. It's slid there on that sliding bit. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It's got a sliding bit there. And then you can just angle the feet. I don't know what way up they're supposed to go. Accordingly. And you just angle the feet whatever way round you want to do it. I'll just have them facing down the way like this. And tuck them in like that. And that's how you get it standing straight up, because it's got that slidey bit where the crotch area is. Actually slide down in that slider there. My finger is. So I didn't know about that bit. That's new. That's pretty cool. And you can sit the rocket ship on there like that. And it's supposed to sit the rocket ship in there. It's not quite 100%, but you're supposed to. It's something like that anyway. Supposed to do. So it looks something like that. Obviously I've got the different colour feet on, but same idea. See, so that's basically what it is you do, and you can probably move that bit down like that, so it's straight, and that is what you'll do. So there we go. So there we go. So that's how you do that one. I didn't know about that slidey bit at the bottom. That was pretty cool. So that's that. Okay. So that's all his modes. There's nothing tiny that can fit on there in tank mode. Oh, you can put the gun emplacements on the peg holes there as well. You can put the guns on the gun emplacements if you want. It shows it on there. The tiny wee guns there. So you can put these guns on them leg sections on the holes if you want, and that's that. Now I'll go on to interaction with the huge dragon, because he does have that interaction. Okay, this is going to be a long video, I'm sorry, but there's a lot to get through, different parts, different configurations. I'll get to it, don't worry. So if you want, you could have Omega Supreme inside Omega Supreme. There it is there, looking pretty cool. The two Omegas inside each. There we go. That's pretty cool, isn't it? The other mode you can have, and this is interaction of a huge dragon with that figure anyway, is this. You can have it manning him in that mode, the huge super gun. You can have it in that mode, and you can have him on there. But you're supposed to interact these little mech figures with this anyway. So you can have that whole thing going on, just like it's in the back of the box illustration of huge dragon. Okay, that sort of thing going on. Then you can have it like this, having Omega ride Omega in that mode. I'm not sure how you're supposed to fit that figure out. I know with the standard ones it's a similar mech to this. It's supposed to fit in there, but you have it in that mode, and you can have them ride around in that. Like I say, I haven't got it quite all the way in there. It has in the back of the box illustration, but product shot, but of huge dragon. But it's the best I could do with just now, but you can have it riding on that, like that. Now, also with this, no, sorry, I'll start again. Also with Huge Dragon, you get these Mech armour battle suit armour weapons upgrades for the battle mechs, so you can actually add these on as well, and you get a baggie of weapons. So that comes with your Huge Dragon, whatever coloration of Huge Dragon you've got. You still get these, so you can actually just do the same with the standard mechs. You can add these on, take these off, and totally arm this thing up. You can add these on if you want. These come right apart and you can add them on. Whoops, see, they come right apart. Even these bits come right off, and you can put the tyres on there to give it that the kind of tank track treads on there to give it that warden type look. Unfortunately, it doesn't have space to put the two sets on the back, but you can give it that warden type look if you want. There's so much you can do with this because it's off the original Mech. Whoops. You can add these on, you can put these weapons on as well. I'm sure there's places on this you can put the weapons on, and you can add things on. So there's different configurations you can get going with this, and you can add weapons onto it. So that's that. Or you can put a flight pack on as well. You can have this on and put the flight bit on as well. So you can probably add them onto it somehow, because these things come right apart, and you can add the connectors. And the other bit I do like, I'll take these arms off, they do come off. I'll put the other arms on. I'll put the other arms on for a minute. I can find them. If I can find the right way to go. There we go. There we go. As you can actually, and there's got a hole there. If I can find this, where is it? The Gatling guns. You can actually put the Gatling guns, because I've got a peg, and they'll fit on there. You can actually fit the Gatling guns onto the arms. Because at the end of the day, it's just a retool of the Mech that goes with these parts anyway. So you can actually have Gatling guns like that with the arms, looking really cool. You can put the flight pack on, or this part, and you can add these things accordingly. So as long as you put the connectors on with the pegs that you can fit these onto, that'll get that. And you can even add the baggie of weapons on if you want, so you can have a total kind of almost like either Megatron, or it's like Cliff Jumper's weapon. You know, it's almost like Megatron or Cliff Jumper, and G1 Cliff Jumper's kind of weapon. You can have that going on, that effect. So you can have loads of different combinations. I'm not going through them all, the video will be 10 hours long, but you can use your imagination to see what you can interact with these bits and get all sorts of combinations going. And same with this stuff as well, and same with these baggies of weapons. You can get a whole load of stuff that this actually interacts with as it's meant to. Of course, you'll need the hands on, because it's got these peg holes there, and obviously on the hands, so you'll need to swap the Omega arms out for these hands. But you can definitely equip this up to the max, and you can maybe even add bits on to the little Omega rocket base on these bits at the side where it has the peg holes and things, and you can weaponise it up as well. So you can get loads of combinations going with this, which is pretty cool. Far more than your standard Omega Supreme would have. I don't know about Huge Dragon. I don't think there's any bits you can add on. There's not so many holes on him. There's one or two little holes you might be able to peg things onto, but there's not really that many holes compared to this. This is more what you can add it on. There's holes in the legs as well, so you can definitely weaponise it up and get lots of different funky combinations going on with the figure. Sorry I'm not actually showing it off very well, but I'm sure your imagination can run riot in what you can actually imagine up and combine it up. And as long as you use I think some parts in there have got pegs and holes that you can add on, so you can add these bits onto that for this. So you can get all sorts of combinations going with it, and same with the weapons, you can get all sorts of combinations. I do like the Gatling guns though, I think they're pretty smart. But anyway, so that's basically that. Oh, final thing before I stop this video. Hold on. Right, I know we should do this at the start of the video, but I'll do it at the end. So we do size comparison. Now remember, he's not standing up straight, he's got this crouch to him. So that's him next to the tiny Optimus that comes with Stratosphere. Here he is with that WST Bumblebee again. There he is there. That's Bumblebee. I think that's completely out. Yes, it is. Here he is with a Titan Master. So he's bigger than that. Here he is with what WST. I think it's Cliff Jumper. Sideswipe, sorry. Sideswipe. Not Cliff Jumper. Sideswipe. WST. Sideswipe. And here he is with the Perfect Effect Max Warden. He's more that kind of size. And here he is with their Perfect Effect Scorponok. I forgot the name of the actual name of it, but that's him there. Now obviously the Max Warden has a headmaster which will be a lot bigger. I don't know if I can get this done in time. I'll try. Give me a sec. I don't know if that's correct, but obviously that headmaster's a bit bigger than the Titan Master, so there he is with that, slightly higher. So he's roughly about the same size as Max Warden and that Scorponok. Scorponok's slightly taller, but the Max Warden I showed there. Oh, and here he is with a Legion class RID Optimus Prime. So there we go. So he is more kind of Perfect Effect Max Warden that you saw earlier there. You can go and pause the video for a more kind of standardised, he comes level with him. So they're not really that big. Okay, a couple of other things I want to show. One other thing I want to show is these, because these things come right apart. They can actually come off, these sections there. Why is this not zooming in? There it is. The parts come off. It's got a little tab there inside there and a slot there. There's no other places to tab or slot this or on the figure, unfortunately, but these can come off. They don't have any missiles underneath like the bigger figure, but for some unknown reason these cannot untab and can come off. So there we go. As you can see, I've tried to recreate the box art with him holding onto his... Now, it isn't secure on there. Just one slight sneeze or breeze or slight wind would knock that off of there. It's not secure on there. But you can kind of sort of recreate what's going on in the box. Kind of, because his head can't turn like that. So you can kind of sort of recreate that if you want. Holding onto his... top part of the rocket with his, although he's got 3 claws while he's got 4, but there we are, that's the difference. But you can kind of sort of recreate that. Not very good because it doesn't grip it very well, hardly. You're not going to get a perfect recreation of it, and because the head can't turn, it's moulded. So I just thought I'd show that off. Okay, Another thing I want to say is the paint apps on it. You can see there, it's got the yellow bit on the shins. There's no yellow paint on that. This is where I think it could solve the problem. It's toy hacks, repro labels. They could bring labels out to bring yellow sticker out to yellow up those shins just like there. So it's something repro labels could do. They've done it they've brought out labels for Huge Dragon and that and the same with the tank that comes with it. And you could get labels for that tank as well, the new one that has the new tank that comes with this figure. And so they could definitely do a set for that, but whether they will is a big question mark. But that definitely, I mean, if you're painted up figures for, you could just paint that bit yellow, I guess. But and another thing is the little red clips at the back. Remember the original G1, they could put a sticker there with a little V shape on it. I mean, they do tiny wee stickers, you know what repro labels are like, they do tiny wee stickers. So they could do that, but whether they will or not, it's a big question mark. I would love to see it, and they could sticker this guy up with definitely improve upon some of the bits that they have missed, like the yellow shins. So it's definitely a thing I would like to see repro labels do, but whether they will or not remains to be seen. Okay. So that is my long-winded, had to get through a lot there because of all the interaction with this Huge Dragon and the parts that come with it, because that's obviously what this originally is. It's just off of the Mech suit that you can get that interacts with this from the Lost Planet, the Diaclone Lost Planet Mech fan toys. So you're getting the same interaction with this figure. There's no difference in that. Even if it's been retooled. So that has been Mech Fans Toys MS-11 Mini Sentry. Get it online. Now I can't not recommend it because it actually goes with that figure. So definitely recommend it if you haven't already got one, or the blue coloration of it to go with that. I don't like I said, the Dark Castle or Black Castle or Huge Castle coloration of that hasn't come out yet, so have to wait till whenever that decides to come out. But that one and the blue and white one are already out, so you can get them now online at various online retailers. You just have to go and look. Okay, so I'll go over the stresses again. I know this is just nearly an hour long. That clips in there very tightly. Hold on till I get this in focus. That clips in there very tightly, and getting it out the clip is just a devil of a job. You might have to get a tool and pull it and that, but the little clips that goes on, you might feel as if you're going to break them over time. The ball sockets feel as if they're loosening up, you know, especially in the arms. We're pulling them on and off all the time to swap the arms over with the hands. So they will loosen up. These are loosened up, but again, they were very tight getting these on. They felt as if you were going to break the neck of the ball socket. Tiny wee neck that could stress, and of course these rotational bits are flopping about all the time and really peeve you off trying to get the bit to snap it onto the ball socket. So I wouldn't do that too many times. You just try and keep it one colour or the other one. If you get the yellow, you might want to change that back to the grey ones. I don't know if repro labels come out with, or Toy Hats comes out with labels that colour the shins in yellow. You might want to change it back to grey. I don't know. That's your figure. Do with as you please. But yeah, there is definitely concerns with bits like that, like the sockets, when you're pulling these on and off all the time, and these are very tight, and that clip to hold that in is very tight to try to get that back out of there. You'll pull the ball socket out before you pull that off of the clip that holds that on. This one's not so bad, but that one's really tight on mine. Have bother with, so that's that. And these are really loose. They're just pins. But they will loosen over time, so that's another concern. But apart from that, really cool figure. definitely, I can't not recommend it because it's supposed to go with that, so, and all the other accoutrements that come with that figure, so you have that huge interaction. That's why the video is so damn long. It's now over an hour, so I better end it. Okay, that's why it's so long. I know I'm long-winded as well, but that's why this is so long, because there's so many parts that you can interact with, and as well as that figure, you know, the accessories that comes with that, you can interact with this. So that's why I wanted to get that across. Okay, so that's been that. Thank you very much. It did actually come sooner than what I thought. I thought it was supposed to be the beginning of October from what it was saying, but it actually came a wee bit sooner. So definitely worth getting, and definitely worth getting for the new tank and the new head and the visor that actually opens. It's definitely an improvement. Again, it's up to Toy Hacks whether they do labels for these or not. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine in that front. But that's that. So thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.